So you're over 40 and you want to record YouTube videos. I would have never started my YouTube channel when I was 45 without the tricks I'm giving you today. And no, being yourself is definitely not one of them. There is nothing normal about staring at a camera. So how in the world are you supposed to just be yourself when you look at a camera? In this video, I'm giving you the 10 tricks I use to make myself more relaxed and confident when I film YouTube videos. In order to explain trick number one, I need you to look outside my window. It's March here in Illinois and it's a windy day. I know when I go outside, it will make my nose itch, my face puffy, and give me a headache because I have allergies. So I usually don't go outside on days like this. If you're trying to get more comfortable on camera, you need to identify the locations and positions you're allergic to so you can avoid them like I avoid windy days in Illinois. We put ourselves in terrible situations that make us feel uncomfortable and look awkward. This is why I'm in my bedroom right now with a handheld microphone. I'll explain this later. This room is very comfortable to me. Sitting like this automatically makes me relaxed and sound more like myself. Sometimes this could be you sitting in a car. Sitting out on your back deck is going to have the same effect. My go-to spot though is my laundry room. This is where I can come even if I have people in the house, pets in the house. I know I have space to record as long as no one has to do any laundry. You do want to identify what I call a base camp at your house so that you always have a go-to place to record that's comfortable for you. If you don't have this space, you can help yourself out by having a closet area where you keep your equipment. That way you know where it is and you can just easily bring it out to record. I actually have my stuff on a desk that I can roll in and out of a storage closet so I don't have to set up every time I want to record a video. Trick number two, when it comes to being over 40, especially as women, we are a little self-conscious of what we look like on camera. So I want to show you some of the pieces of equipment I have gathered to help me with the situation. Lighting is your best friend. If you've got a nice size window that you can face that allows the sun to hit your face but not too harshly, you don't need a lot of lights. In the basement though, there are no windows. So I rely on my two main lights right here. So I have a softbox light and then I have an LED light. You don't have to have two lights. You could just get away with the softbox light. But again, if you've got the situation going on, you might want to invest in two different lights. The trick, if you want to feel confident when you record, is to know where you put your lights so that they are doing their job, which means they are complementing your face. You don't want your lights to be at eye level with the camera. You want your lights to be above the camera and you don't want them to be too harsh. Harsh light really will define the lines that you're trying to not show off. So I have them at 45-degree angles and I have them above my camera pointed down at me. I also have this little fun light right here. I'm not sure he makes that much of a difference. Let's see. That's me without my little friend. That's me with my little friend. Now, when it comes to what you record on, you need something that you are going to feel confident about when you use the device. You are very familiar with your phone. Use your phone when you first start. I use my phone to record all of my B-roll, which is the video that you see over my voice. And if your phone is an iPhone 13 or up, you're golden. Use the cinematic mode on your phone. I even record on the front camera. When it comes to what I use now, though, I do use a Sony ZV-E10. And the reason I like Sony's is they have what's called the soft skin effect. If you go crazy with this effect, though, you will look very fake and people will call you out in your comments. I use this on the lowest setting possible, and all it does is it smooths out your skin a hair, enough to make you feel more confident. You holding your phone or camera like this the entire time is not going to look good. It's going to turn people off because your video is going to be shaking the whole time. Plus, this is just not a good look. We don't need to be that close to the camera. You want to be at least an arm length from the camera. So that means you're going to need a tripod or at least a phone stand if you're using your phone. So I have a tripod from Amazon that I've had for 5 years, and I have little tripods that I use with my phone. And I'll put a link down below so that you have a link to all the gear that I use. We'll say you're gonna need a microphone. Whether that makes you feel confident or not, I don't know. But for the viewer's experience, they want to be able to clearly hear you. I have this kind of microphone because it is very echoey in this laundry room, but oftentimes I will use a wireless microphone and just clip it right here, you can lose viewers if your sound is bad. Trick number 3, if you don't plan your video, then you're going to wing it every time you go on camera, which means you're probably not going to create a great experience for your viewer, but you're also going to be all over the place. And when you go to edit that, it's going to be really frustrating. I have a hybrid approach when it comes to scripting. I almost always script the very beginning of my video because your first 30 seconds of your video is so important. And then I bullet point the rest. That's what I've done for this video today. I wrote out the very beginning, and then after that, I stopped recording. I went and looked at the first bullet point and all the points underneath it to make sure I don't forget anything. Then I turn the camera back on and I talk about what's in that bullet point. You are gonna hate it. When you turn that camera on and you record, whether you script it or not, you're gonna hate the first 30 seconds. It's just a thing. You've got extra anxiety and presentation nerves when you first turn that camera on. It's why I usually have to record the first section of my video. So you're over 40. Do we look a little bit better now that we have more light on our face? Sound familiar? Yeah, that sounds singing. It's just so much. It's so much work. Are you sure you want to do this? Never started my channel 45 years ago. Yeah. I mean, I'm old, but I'm not that old. Like 10 times. This is hard for a lot of us. We have a really hard time getting that this is what I'm like in real life person on camera. A few things that I do that really help me with that is I talk to the camera while I'm setting up about anything. And then the other thing I like to do is I have something in my hand. Like at the beginning of this video, I was holding this microphone, or sometimes I'm holding my phone. Sometimes I'm holding a pen, even a book in your hand, or maybe you're whiteboarding. You're gonna find that that relaxes you and you sound more like yourself because you're holding something. Even if it's a coffee cup, you'll see a lot of people record their videos in the kitchen with a coffee cup. I bet that's why. I was terrified to post my first video on social media. This was before I had a YouTube channel. So I made a challenge up for myself. Every day I had to record a little bit more of me on video. So what do you talk about? You talk about whatever it is you're doing. When I did this in Instagram stories and you just shred it, I taught my phone how to make crock pot recipes. I taught my phone how to style my son's hair, anything I was doing that day. And the reason that I chose to talk about those things is because I didn't have to think about what I was going to say. They were things that I did in my everyday routine. And so that's going to help you get comfortable explaining things to the camera. You don't have to record these. You can just practice looking at your phone and talking to it like it's a person, but then eventually you do want to record yourself so that you can go back and look at it to see what you can improve. And then by the time you're ready to record your first YouTube video, you will be way more comfortable than you were had you not practiced. Owning your look, owning your style, whatever feels good for you, you need to wear that. For me, I like to wear solid color shirts. And yes, I have the same exact shirt in lots of different colors that I find look good on me. I don't care if people recognize that I wear the same clothes. I just want this to be easy for me and I want to feel comfortable on camera. When it comes to makeup, again, you do what makes sense for you and what feels good to you. I like to wear makeup. I try to stick with neutral colors when it comes to makeup. I don't go over the top. I don't want my makeup to be what people are focusing on. I wear eyelashes because I feel more confident in them. The next thing I'm going to talk about is something that I find most people, it's the worst part of the whole YouTube thing for them. Now, some people love it. If I can get you to think of it this way, you might not dislike it so much. And I'm talking about editing. I'm not going to get too crazy with the editing, so don't tune me out. But I just want to show you this part of my timeline because right here, you can see that all the video is a random shot of my bed because I wanted to change a line. So I went back up there because I wanted it to sound the same as when I was up there the first time. And I just simply read out a line and I put that line there and I covered it up with video, or in this case, I covered it up with a graphic. Think of it as little Band-Aids. When you can find pictures, video, a graphic to Band-Aid your mistakes, you won't be so uptight when you record your video because you know you can fix it in editing. When you can find the fun in every video, and that's going to be different in every video. Your fun is going to mean something different in every video. You're going to look forward to recording your videos. So, especially when you're new and you're learning new things, if you can find one lesson that you are trying to learn in each video, whether that's a new way of recording, a new way of editing, recording in a new location for the first time. Now, I'm not saying it won't be a little nerve-wracking, but excitement and nervous energy are kind of the same thing. So when you get nervous, tell yourself, oh, I'm actually really excited about this because I'm trying something new. You need to start documenting things that you're working on. Or when you give tips, you need to explain why you know what you know. Because when you teach through the lens of your experiences, you come across as much more down to earth and friendly than if you were just getting on here and saying,
I've got 5 ways for you to look more comfortable on camera.
The next one is what you're going to use on the days you don't feel like recording the video. You're going to remember the person you made this channel for. Now, you're probably asking, well, who would that person be? I actually know a person. I can see her face. Her name is Jenny. Jenny, if you're watching, I'm talking about you. Yes, I have an avatar for my ideal person, but Jenny is my ideal person. So when I go to record a video, I ask myself, would Jenny gain anything from this? Would Jenny learn anything from this? Would Jenny care about this story that I'm telling right now? Would she appreciate the style of video that I'm doing right now? Just at least have a name so that you've got someone in mind so that you're creating videos for that type of person. If you don't do that, you're going to lose focus, and that's going to hurt the performance of your channel, and it's going to hurt the impact that you want to make with those types of people. Aiming to help one person, just one person, is going to make a difference. Now that you know how to relax and be confident on camera, you need to know what to avoid doing so you don't turn off viewers and cause them to stop watching. And that's what I've covered in this video right here.